All right. Let's first have the roll call
Mayor Donches,
here.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Here.
Commissioner Pappas,
Here.
Commissioner Moriarty is absent, and Commissioner Teese.
Present.
All right, because Commissioner Pappas is attending by phone, there are several steps we need to follow to qualify Commissioner Pappas for that to occur. I need to ask you, Commissioner Pappas, the reason you cannot attend in person.
I'm not feeling well.
And I need to ask you to list the names of any other people present at the place from which you are participating.
Tilly, my dog.
Well, say hello.
You might hear her squeak if I don't cover the phone. She's got a squeaky toy.
Now, all votes that are taken during the meeting will need to be by roll call. So even motions to approve agendas and things like that, we will need to do by roll call.
Okay, I understand.
I don't know who's going to call the roll. Diane, when that happens.
Diane.
All right. Our next item is motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Now we need to call the roll on that.
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Teese.
Yes.
And we also has joined us Alderman Ernie Jetty, who is the liaison from the Board of Aldermen. Next item is the approval of the minutes for the October 25th meeting.
Move to approve as presented.
Any discussion? Diane, could you please call the roll?
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Teese.
Yes.
Motion passes and the minutes are approved. Now we have public comment. Is there any member of the public who would like to address the board on any matter? I don't see anyone. Next item is streets, item A.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of a Hunter TXX 56 tabletop tire changer and the Hunter SWT 00 Smart Weight High Capacity Balancer with accessory kit from Mohawk Resources pursuant to the New Hampshire State Contract Number 800-2279 for the sum of $19,367.42. Funding through the Department 161 Streets. Fund prior year escrow. Account classification 71 equipment.
Any discussion on that item? Any questions? If not, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Excuse me, sorry. We have to do it by roll call.
Oh, you're
I
right.
forgot. Diane, please call the roll.
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Teese.
Aye.
Now let me interrupt just for a minute with a procedural item that I should have mentioned at the beginning. I have a meeting down at City Hall that I have to leave for at about 6:45. So at that point, I need to leave you, and Commissioner Ackerman, the vice chair, is going to take over at that time. Item B under streets.
Move to approve the contract for winter road sand with Northeast Sand and Gravel, Inc. of Amherst, New Hampshire, for the amount of 11.25 per ton. Total amount of this purchase order will be for 1,422 tons, or a budgeted value of $16,000. Funding will be through Department 161 Streets, Fund General Account Classification 61, Supplies and Materials.
Any discussion?
I don't think we need any.
Would Diane please call the roll?
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Teese.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, wastewater, item A.
Make a motion to approve the user warrants as presented.
Discussion. Diane, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Teese.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item B.
Move to approve the contract with Methuen Construction of Plastow, New Hampshire, in the amount not to exceed $1,787,378 for the construction of upgrades to the energy recovery building at the wastewater treatment facility. Funding will be through Department 169 wastewater fund, wastewater activity, energy recovery upgrade project.
And before we go on with this item, the record should show that Commissioner Moriarty has arrived and is present for the meeting at this time. Is there any discussion or questions on item B? The motion that Commissioner Tease just made. If not, Diane, could you please call the roll?
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty,
Yes.
Commissioner Tease,
Aye.
Motion passes. Item C.
Make a motion to approve the contract with Waldron Engineering of Exeter, New Hampshire, in the amount of not to exceed $76,762 for construction administration services for the energy recovery upgrade project. Funding through Department 169 wastewater fund, wastewater activity, energy recovery upgrades.
Any discussion or questions? Diane, could you please call the roll?
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty,
Yes.
Commissioner Tease,
Aye.
Motion passes. Now solid waste, item A.
Move to approve change order number 5 to the contract with Northeast Earth Mechanics, Inc. in the amount of $83,392 to continue construction of the residential setback barrier wall in the Phase 2 landfill. Funding will be through Department 168 Solid Waste Fund Bond Activity Soil Wall.
Discussion, anybody have discussion or questions? Diane, could you please call the roll?
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty,
Yes.
Commissioner Tease,
Aye.
Motion passes. Item B.
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of one rear load packer waste collection vehicle from McNeilis of Morgantown, Pennsylvania, in the amount of $276,254 pursuant to the Sourcewell, formerly NJPA, contract number 11/2014 MCN. Funding will be through Department 168 Solid Waste Fund, Trust, Activity, Serve.
Discussion, questions? Diane, could you please call the roll?
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Oh, wait, did Commissioner Pappas have a question?
No, I'm sorry, I just coughed.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's a squeaky toy.
Was that you or the dog?
That was me coughing, not the dog.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if he had something he wanted to add.
It's a she, actually.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty,
Yes.
Commissioner Tease,
Aye.
Motion passes. Engineering, item A. Now, this has to do with the fence issue at 1 Hutchinson Street. I think the director was going to ask that we table this matter so that further discussions could take place with the department and with the homeowner and everyone involved.
Correct. Engineering has already done some survey, and we're hoping that we'll be able to find a compromise. I think it would make sense to table this time.
Okay. When would you like to table it to?
Well, originally we had thought December, but, at this point, I'm okay with giving us the extra time. If the homeowners suggested January, I'm okay with that too, because the holidays are coming up, and so if the commissioners are okay with that, we're certainly fine with that. We've got a lot to do, so it would give us some extra time to work with them as well.
All right, so the proposal is to table this matter until the January meeting of the Board of Public Works. Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Any discussion? Diane, could you please call the roll?
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty?
Yes.
Commissioner Teese?
Aye.
Motion is, or the motion passes, and the fence issue is tabled until the January meeting. Item B,
A move to approve the residential and commercial wastewater service permits and fees as submitted.
discussion. Diane, could you please call the roll?
Mayor Donches?
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman?
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas?
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty?
Yes.
Commissioner Teese?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item C,
A move to approve the drain layers license for Acura Construction Corporation, P.O. Box 176, New Ipswich, New Hampshire, in accordance with the Nashua City Code 255-19, issuance of drain layers license.
discussion?
Mayor,
Yes.
um,
Alderman Jettie.
this reminds me that a few meetings ago, there was a discussion about maybe amending the ordinance to avoid the drain layers licenses having to come before the board. And I thought that there was gonna be a proposal for a change to the ordinance. I haven't seen anything. I don't know if that is still in the works or whether
I
the
don't know
lines
that-
have been changed.
I don't know that we've made any
No,
progress.
I don't think we've really made any progress. We've had so many other things. This is kind of sort of near the bottom, but it would take some legislation to be able to do that. So that's something that if we did decide to, the board did decide they wanted to change, we would have to ask you to sponsor it for us.
That's the discussion we had,
Yeah.
that somebody was going to,
Would you mind following
just-
up with legal and asking them to prepare this?
if.
It could be
the,
sponsored by any alderman.
Right, so if the commissioners want to proceed along those lines, making the engineer, so that the licenses would be issued by the city engineer as
Actually, by
opposed,
the director, it would be, I'm the one that signs them. So it would be,
so you want it to be the director?
yeah.
Does anybody,
I think it makes good business sense to move in that direction. I don't see a benefit of it coming here.
and when that is introduced, it will, I presume, get referred here for a recommendation anyway. In other words, the president of the board will
Right.
refer it here for a
Yeah.
recommendation. All right, so you will take over, Alderman Jettie, getting that prepared. Just got to talk to legal and tell them what you want, and they will.
Yes, I'd be happy to.
That's great. All right, now,
Yeah.
I forgot, did we approve this drain later? Did we vote on the drain?
No, we have not voted yet.
Okay, any other discussion? Diane, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Donches?
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman?
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas?
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty?
Yes.
Commissioner Teese?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item D,
Move to approve change order number 2 to the construction contract for the 2018 sewer replacement Harvard Street project to Northeast Earth Mechanics of Pittsfield, New Hampshire, in the amount of $440,037.10. Funding will be through Department 169 wastewater fund bond activity sewer rehab.
any discussion? Commissioner Ackerman?
Thank you. We've been working on this particular project for some time. I was just curious if we could just maybe get a little insight as to, is there any sort of delays going on? Is it anticipated to be completed near term?
Yes, and we have Mr. Dukin here to answer those questions.
Thank you. Remind me which street?
Harvard Street.
Harvard Street?
Oh, Harvard. Yes, so Harvard has, there's a setback because of the water project that has to be done. So until that's done, we can't do sewer.
I see, okay. And what is the water project?
It's a replacement of mains and connections
By Penachuk.
by Penchuk's contractor.
And this will replace the whole street, the length of Harvard Street?
I'm I'm not sure about the water limits, but the sewer project is a different.
That's what I mean, the sewer project?
Yes, it's the department.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, discussion? Diane, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Donches,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes,
Commissioner Moriarty,
Yes.
Commissioner Tease.
Aye.
All, motion passes. We're on to commissioners' comments. Any commissioners want to make comments on anything? I don't see anything. Personnel.
Can I just mention one thing?
Yes.
I just noticed that administration is not on here, and I do have a director's report.
Well, why
that
don't you
I-
give
that
it?
I-
You
that
made
I'm
up the
happy to hold,
agenda.
But I think, I know, we do have some time, because other non-public isn't gonna be till 6:15, so,
Oh, they're not getting here till 6:15?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so why don't you go ahead with
So
your,
I'll just go quickly if that's okay.
yes.
All right.
That's the most fun part of the meeting. So we're-
Okay. I just noticed, I'm like, oh, yeah, administration's not on our agenda. So we, most of you have probably seen the new right turn on Sharon Ave. There was a few concerns early on, but by and large, people are really happy with this. We're also looking at some other improvements to this intersection. A three-way stop and another right turn off of Pine Hill onto Sharon, so stay tuned for that. We're still working, there's, I think, legislation right now pending, or will be soon for that.
Director?
Yes.
I had one quick question in
Sure.
regards to that Sharon Ave. It looks wonderful. Along the airport fence, there's a lot of asphalt still there. Is that from the construction of Sharon, the reconstruction of Sharon Avenue, and will that be removed at some point?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Do you know the answer to that?
Yeah, it must be because of the construction, and we will get it
We'll
cleaned
look
up.
at that though and get it
Okay.
cleaned up.
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 piles. One of them happens to be all asphalt, the other is gravel or whatever. Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you for letting us know that. There is a new scoreboard at Stella's, which was badly needed. The school department actually purchased that and put it up. It's a really nice addition to Stella's.
How much do you think that costs?
I don't know, the school department, much less than our scoreboard.
Yeah,
Much less.
I guess the,
Yeah. The 25th Winter Holiday Stroll is coming up already on November 24th, and I had somebody complain to me today that we're putting up Christmas decorations, way too early. He was joking, but there
Is
were
that a
Christmas
picture
de-
or a drawing?
That's a drawing.
Oh, I was gonna say.
But we need to start early because it takes so long to get all the decorations in place.
I saw them out there in the rain at 7 o'clock or 7:30 this morning.
Yeah, yeah. We put down 9,500 square feet of sod at Holman Stadium. Just a picture of them doing, our folks doing that. You probably noticed the new tree in front of the Hunt Building. We put up a new tree, instead of cutting one down every year, we thought we'd plant one. It's pretty neat because we took it from Roby Park and brought it over, and so far it looks pretty good. So we're really excited to have a permanent tree there.
I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
You know. The last tree was really, I don't know, sort of rigged up, you know, it was, there were cables and it was not.
It was quite a job too, to
was
move
a-
those big trees.
It was a
so,
huge tree.
Yeah.
This, having the permanent tree will,
Yeah, and we're saving trees too, which
Yeah.
is good from cutting them down. This is Cora Rubius Field, which is located in front of the Boys and Girls Club, and this is a picture of it being renovated and hydro-seeded. There is a new program that somebody approached us about, and it's putting scarves in the park for the homeless. So that they're tying the scarves around the trees, and there's a sign that says, please take one if you're in need of one, or something like that. So it's pretty neat. So if you see scarves in the park, you'll know why. Our final paving was finally completed for the skate park. Excellent. We finally did the parking lot, so that's all complete now. This is just a picture of some catch basin repairs. On the left, Pine Hill Road near Perimeter Road, and on the right is the catch basin repair on Danbury Road. We completed some work to sidewalks at Court Street.
Is something really gonna go off in Freedom Point?
The TV.
The monitor.
Give me 1 second. Sorry,
Their smart wood is not being very smart.
the remote's not working right, so let's see if this will.
The reboot solution.
Control.
Mm. Okay, next slide. And we finished our project on Concord Street. Those sidewalks are complete. We are almost on our brine making facility. That's been a lot of work. The superintendent decided to do it all in-house, and actually our staff has done all of this work, which is pretty cool. The concrete slab will hold the tank farm, that'll hold the brine and chemicals, sodium chloride, all that kind of stuff. And then, and beet juice if we choose to use that. And then the building itself will house all of the brine making equipment. So, we'll have to take Jenna to see that once it's all complete. But it's nearing, he hopes to have it all complete by the end of this month. We helped Transit put in a bus stop. This is Canal Street, right near BAE. This is our wastewater foreman. I told you I was going to laugh when I saw this. He just looks like a captain, doesn't he? Captain of his ship. He's investigating possible inflow to the facility in that picture. Just an example of some of the trainings that we're doing on a monthly basis with all of the departments. And risk management helps. That's what you see Ross Dugas, he's a risk management employee, and he helps us with a lot of our trainings. This happens to be a lockup tag out training at wastewater. This is one of our mechanics rebuilding a press feed pump. Wastewater treatment plant. This is a pre-bid meeting for the primary clarifiers. And this is just, wastewater of course is such a corrosive environment that the concrete tanks need to be resurfaced and the mechanicals inside need to be replaced. So this is what this is for. One of our electricians is entering the flow meter vault to change a sump pump. This is the clarifier 3 repair. We're putting the secondary clarifier back online. The tank was down for just routine maintenance. And we have actually 3 of these tanks, and each one of them holds 1.5 million gallons. Soft yard waste collection will end, and the superintendent's very excited for that to happen, on December 7th. We probably should have ended it when snow flies, that's what we usually do, but we're finding that people are still putting stuff out, so we're gonna continue going at least until there isn't any left. So we have fallen behind on soft yard waste. It's just such huge volumes right now that we just can't keep up. So we just ask residents to please be patient, leave it out, and we'll eventually get to it. But please, if we've got some more snow coming tonight, dig it, don't leave it buried in snow. We can't get it if it's buried in snow. We need residents to dig the bags out, but we're going to continue to pick it up until it's gone, so.
Director.
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty.
Thank you. The pickup is on the scheduled trash day, right?
Yes.
Don't just put it out any day, but.
Well, but it may not get picked up on your regular trash day because it's been so, I think probably now it might be because I think it's gonna slow down. But we weren't able to get it all on the trash day, so we were falling behind, so. Like today we finished Friday's routes. So, and we picked Saturday and Sunday this week, so. So we could be a little behind, but we'll get there eventually. Yeah. It gets so heavy in the fall. We just don't have the resources, or we aren't hard to be able to get it all. So. And then, the holiday collection schedule, so, we will be closed, of course, Thursday, the 22nd for Thanksgiving, but we will be picking up, even though City Hall is closed, we will be picking up on the 23rd, on the observed holiday. And I just wanted to talk about that, for a minute. This is a long time ago, actually, when I was with solid waste. It was very confusing because sometimes we picked up on observed holidays, sometimes we didn't. We can't always pick up on observed holidays, and I'll give you an example. This is actually, this Thanksgiving is a good example of that. So we're not going to pick on Thanksgiving Day, obviously, and the observed, there's also a holiday on Friday. We could not possibly not pick up 2 days in a row because then we'd run out of days. In other words, Thursday's trash needs to be picked up Friday, Friday's trash needs to be picked up on Saturday. So that's why we made a policy long ago. We don't pick up on the actual holiday, but we do pick up on the observed holiday. So Veterans Day was Sunday. This past Veterans Day, we picked up on the observed holiday on Monday. Another reason it's important to do this is if you added a snow day in, you know, and we can't pick trash because of snow, then we're really in trouble. So we made a policy long ago on observed holidays. We always pick trash. So it's just something to think about. We do post it as many places as we possibly can. We put it on Facebook, Twitter. We put it on our on Channel 16. We put it on the city's homepage. We put it on solid waste page. So we do try to get the word out there as best we can. But I just wanted to kind of clarify that we have to have that policy because we can't always pick up on the observed holidays. Any questions on that?
I just wanted to comment, if it's okay, I know I wasn't recognized.
Please, go ahead.
Okay, so obviously, and perhaps I heard it incorrectly, we don't always pick up on the observed holiday. Obviously on Thanksgiving, we're not going to do it, you do it the day afterwards. I will tell you that I understand for some of the winter holidays, I know Christmas is a real crunch, and I also understand that New Year's is a real crunch because we're not dealing with regular trash. We deal with the extra trash that we pick up with Christmas. We have Christmas trees, and we also have we get the extra trash and the Christmas trees, and then snow. But that said, holidays when there's my understanding is that if the holiday occurs on the weekend, we pick up on the national holiday on whether it's a Monday or a Friday.
So if Christmas were on Saturday and observed on Friday, then yes, we would pick up on Friday. Is that what you meant?
All right, because I will say I think that there was a lot of confusion on Veterans Day. So let's do Veterans Day because there's no well you know what, I shouldn't say there's no snow opportunities on Veterans Day after the weather we've been experiencing. But so Veterans Day was on Sunday.
Correct.
And we had plenty of days in the week to pick up the trash.
Correct, except I think we need a firm policy, because I was getting a lot of complaints that, well, either you do or you don't. You know, either you pick up on the observed holiday, so residents were getting very confused, so we said, okay, we're gonna have a policy whereby we always pick up on observed holidays to try to clarify that for people. I think it makes it more confusing if we switch back and forth.
Could we just?
We don't always do it on observed holiday. You mean if the observed holiday is on a weekend?
Can I make a statement?
No, I guess, yes you can, Jeff, just a second. I just want to make sure, no, so if Christmas or Veterans Day or whatever holiday is on a Sunday and it's observed on a Monday, right? If the actual holiday is on a Sunday and then it's observed on a Monday, then we would pick trash on that Monday.
So if the actual holiday occurs on the weekend,
Correct. Correct.
okay, otherwise we observe the holiday.
Well, it's because then it's not an observed holiday, it's an actual holiday, so we wouldn't pick up on that day. So if Veterans Day were on a Wednesday, then there would be no observed holiday, it would be the actual holiday, and we would not pick up on that day.
But most holidays are on Mondays. You think of Martin Luther King Day,
Right.
Yeah.
Memorial Day, etc. So the only holidays that I can think of that might be on a weekend would be 4th of July,
Yeah. Veterans
Christmas,
Day, Christmas, New Year's.
New Year's, and Veterans Day. Those are the only ones that aren't on a Monday.
Correct.
So in those 4 cases, we're saying that if the actual holiday is on a weekend, then we pick up on what Lisa's calling the observed holiday, or the day off.
Yeah.
We pick up that weekday in order to stay on schedule for the week. But Jeff wants to add something.
If I may, Jeff LaFleur, Superintendent Solid Waste. The easiest thing for me to say to the residents would be, just put it out on your trash day no matter what. Unless
When in doubt, put it out.
unless there's a
Right,
snow
right.
emergency, which will broadcast everywhere, your trash will be picked up on your day, and if we're not there on your day, we'll be there the very next day because we were delayed. I mean, I put my trash out 52 weeks a year on Thursday, because that's my trash day. But Thanksgiving Day, I'm gonna have my trash out, I won't get missed on Friday. That's just the way I look at it. I mean, it's the easiest way, just put your trash out on your day, when in doubt, put it out, and we'll get to it.
Well, the exception will be if there's snow predicted.
Right, well, if there's a snow emergency, the lights are gonna be flashing, we're gonna have
Yeah.
the newspapers, the Facebook, all our social networks will have it out. That would be the easiest way to say it, just put your trash out on your trash day and we'll get there. As long as it's out properly, we'll have it collected.
Yeah.
I sensed there was a lot of confusion this last week.
I think there was too, but there might be
Inconsistency.
more confusion if we're inconsistent.
No, I see, I understand.
I think having Lauren here has really helped. She's talking to a lot of folks and posting things on Facebook, and I think people are starting to, we're telling people, if you're not sure, just put it out. If there's not a snowstorm, of course.
Right.
That way you're sure that you won't get missed.
All right, is that the end of the director's comments?
Yes.
Any questions for the director? All right, if not, the next item on the agenda is a non-public session.
Personnel first.
Yeah, we will do it.
We have to do the
Oh, personnel, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, we're now into personnel. There is, there's item A.
Certainly, I'll make a motion to unseal the non-public.
No. Okay, I'm sorry, yep, go ahead, sorry.
I'll make a motion to unseal the non-public minutes or personnel from the Board of Public Works meeting of October 25th, 2018.
Any discussion? Diane, could you please call the roll?
Mayor Donchis,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty,
Yes.
Commissioner Tease.
Aye.
Motion passes. So now we have next item is a non-public session. Commissioner Tease.
I move by roll call that the board go into non-public session pursuant to RSA 91-A32B, the hiring of any person as a public employee.
Diane, could you please call the roll?
Mayor Donchis,
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman,
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas,
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty,
Yes.
Commissioner Tease.
Aye.
And motion passes, and we're now going to go into non-public session. And really the only people here will be the director, our attorney, Mr. Bolton, and the board members. All right, we're back in public session. Commissioner Tease.
I move by roll call to seal the minutes of the Board of Public Works non-public meeting of November 19, 2018, until such time as the majority of the board votes that the purpose of the confidentiality would no longer be served. Should we specify that? Because we're gonna go into non-public again.
Well, let's, I think
Non-public
we're
number
all
one, okay.
yeah. All right, Diane, please call the roll.
Mayor Donches?
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman?
Yes.
Commissioner Pappas?
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty?
Yes.
Commissioner Teese?
Aye.
Motion passes. Commissioner Teese.
I move by roll call that the board go into non-public session pursuant to RSA 91-A-32C to discuss matters if discussed in public would likely affect adversely the reputation of any person other than a member of the body or agency itself.
Diane?
Mayor Donches?
Yes.
Commissioner Ackerman?
Yay.
Commissioner Pappas?
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty?
Yes.
Commissioner Teese?
All right, so we're back. We've now left public session. We're in non-public.